today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Rams taking the field and leading the way. The man from Cal, the former #1 overall pick, Jared Goff.
Brandon, there's 2 weeks to go in the regular season, so you know the pressure is ramped up in so many ways. People have to win games, try and get their bonuses, the whole deal. But how about trying to close out an MVP award?
Just 2 weeks to go. There has to be a lot of pressure, though. We talked about that in previous weeks, sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah, he can talk all he wants about, I don't listen to that, and there's no pressure. All we're doing is trying to win games. He knows, we all know, he's been the one who's been leading the pack. Let's see if he can close it out.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
Everything you want in a starting quarterback in the NFL, especially in the physical category. If you have the idea that he's one of those rah-rah, spit-and fire guys, he's not that at all. But he has a will to win that really the team picks up on, and they can't wait to follow him into victory. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
10 yards to go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the second straight play.
3rd down and 11.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
He's going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Out of the gun, Goff. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 51 yards.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first, but he also in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I can get into the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
And he is out of bounds here. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out from the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A second broken tackle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson, and the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And
for Watson. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Ross Blacklock. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 20.
3rd and long. It's Goff. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. The Texans back out there and ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. 9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Texans 6.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
Try to run for it. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go option to the short side. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there, pushes this to 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here we go. Makes the score Texans 9.
So he's been a busy man here in this 1st half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punch them deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Play action, it's gone. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Goff on first down. On the right side, caught by Green. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll run on first down with Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. He's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
4 yards to go.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And Robinson with a big catch. He's at the 50. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Allen Robinson, 85 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on on the running game. It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 3rd and 2, Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now Goff on first down. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Throwing again is Goff.
Yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Picked off by Demarius Randall. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start in the NFC West. 2 teams that played to a 6-6 tie a few years back. Arizona hosting Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. Andy Isabella up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. From there, we head east to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley. Check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jets.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Houston set to take over. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. we've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
To the air again. Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
18-yard line.
From the red zone now, Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. And Charles, the 2nd time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
from the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Let's go!
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
That's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Brought down by Taylor.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Back now here on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered. Their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 28-yard line.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. And I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play every game, they're the ones to do it.
On first down, it's gone. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Goff.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
From the gun on third down, Goff. That's caught by Jackson.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Goff throwing again. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run?
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Out of the gun, Goff. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Texans.
Out of the gun. Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. On first down, Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Way to go, man. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watson going to look to tuck and run.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now it's Watson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Now a desperation throw deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd and 5.
It's 3rd down and 5 yards to go.
They'll try and run the option left side. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
So Jared Goff in the offense. Down by 2, 33 seconds to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Kyle Duggar there on the coverage.
Incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And he comes back with one complete. And
is going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. From the 50, it's Goff. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And off the upright, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Los Angeles, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.